requires every Texas school to have an armed guard on their campus, but it's not the case for all school districts. Some, like NISD, approving good cause exemptions, citing the need for additional money and availability of officers, and others from Northeast ISD say these safety specialists are given specific training.
And we're doing all we can do as far as recruitment and doing the best we can to cover all of those schools, at least touching each school every day, walking the campuses, talking to administration, and making sure that our doors that should be secured are in fact secured, and recruiting.
We do think it's important to have an armed person at each and every one of our campuses. We already had them at our middle and high schools, so this will ensure that we have them at all of our elementary schools as well.
Both districts say they are actively recruiting for their openings. If you're interested in applying, you can head to our website for more information.
This school year, many districts are using new tools to keep kids safe. One of those is something called Sentinel. It's a new system for emergency situations that is being rolled out at schools all over the state. The obvious question, how does it work?
It's not just filling the blanks on sheets of paper, or on a computer. It's innovative, and it walks them through it and guides them through the correct way of doing a behavior threat assessment.
The system was created to simplify safety checks and audits for schools around Texas. It also helps communication between the schools and state officials. The TEA thinks it will help cater to schools in a fast and effective manner.
They can close one campus, they can close the entire district, and they can put their needs in that note section. That's one of the most important parts, that they're able to put their needs there.
The system has already been distributed to schools throughout the state. The district's, in fact, starting training on it today.
Child sex trafficking has become a heartbreaking reality around the world and right here in San Antonio. Learn how a local nonprofit is working with churches and businesses to make sure they are the eyes and ears in protecting local children. That after the Olympics tonight at 10, right here on News 4 San Antonio.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeanette Calle.
I'd say it's pretty toasty out there already.
Yes, hot and dry. That continues through today. In fact, we're going to have this hot and dry pattern through the rest of the week.
Forever.
Well, at least for the next month, right?
Until December, till Christmas.
August is coming up. August is actually tends to be our hottest month. Live look outside. There is some Saharan dust out there. If you look in the distance, the sky is a little hazy. Raul B. Rodriguez Law Weather Camera live look of downtown San Antonio. 88 degrees, partly sunny. Feels like it's 95 with the humidity. Dew point temperature at 72. It is breezy. South-southeast wind currently at 14 miles an hour. It'll stay that breezy throughout the afternoon. Gusts upwards of 20 to as high as 25 miles an hour. There is a Saharan dust. We're seeing moderate to heavy dust, especially along and east of I-35 near the coast. Very heavy dust, and we'll see that continuing through today, tonight, even into early tomorrow. Code orange when it comes to the air quality. This could cause a problem for those with asthma or respiratory conditions. You guys may want to limit time outside today. We're going to climb up to 97 degrees. Should see mostly sunny skies, but it'll be hazy with the humidity heat index as high as 103. The western zone look for highs in the triple digits. Hill country and the eastern zone mostly sunny with high temperatures in the mid-90s. A little bit of rain coming our way. I'll show you the full forecast coming up.
All right, Jeanette, thank you. The top executive of Houston's power utility grilled once again this week following the deadly and prolonged power outages after Hurricane Beryl earlier this month.
What we really need to do is pray, because you guys ain't ready if another one comes this session.
The Houston area lawmakers grilling CenterPoint Energy's CEO for nearly 10 hours on things like vegetation removal, the purchase of $800 million generators that weren't used, and the outage map tracker that did not work. The CEO tried explaining the lack of preparation.
It's inexcusable that I wasn't ready for our customers during Hurricane Beryl. When derecho impacted the greater Houston area, we noticed about a 16-fold increase in website traffic that overwhelmed the system that we had hosted on our internal server.
Governor Greg Abbott told the company's CEO to give them a plan of action by today to on how to address all the issues. In a statement, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick saying, quote, "After what we learned in yesterday's hearing, I will write a letter to the PUC urging them to revoke their decision to grant CenterPoint's request for ratepayers to pay for that $800 million. CenterPoint will have to pay the $800 million from its own profits."
The Olympics have been, well, they've been amazing to watch, but not everything coming up gold for the athletes, especially inside the Olympic Village. Details on a reported food shortage next. Paris Games have been a big hit on TV, but there have been issues behind the scenes, including food shortages at the Olympic Village. It's reportedly getting better, but many athletes have simply gone elsewhere looking for food. So Team USA delivering boxes of rice to its athletes, while others simply had food delivered or they ate out. Inside the village, the athletes have been criticized, or critical rather, both when it comes to the quality and the quantity of food after catering staff rationed breakfast eggs last week. Well, that's not cool. Organizers had promised fresh produce in order to cater an estimated 40,000 meals a day for about 15,000 athletes. Many simply just wanted more food, more protein. It's something no athlete obviously should have to consider when you're talking about competing at the Olympics.
And the initial concern for the women's triathlon was rain causing high bacteria levels in the Seine River. Instead, it caused a lot of the athletes to fall on the slippery cobblestones. The race started near the Pont Alexandre. High levels of E. coli canceled 2 training sessions earlier in the week and postponed the men's race yesterday, testing 4 hours. The Americans continue to show early dominance in Paris, increasing their lead significantly over the last 24 hours in overall medal count at the Summer Games.
Yeah, more could be on the way. Jay Gray there in Paris at the Olympics. He's got more from just above the shadows there of the Eiffel Tower.
And now we'll just watch. The Queen has returned to her throne.
And as soon as I landed vault, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this.
Simone Biles leading Team USA to gold in the women's team competition and sealing her legacy in the sport, becoming the most decorated American gymnast in the history of the Olympic Games.
She's the greatest of all greats, so I think it was kind of like, okay, we're about to really do this and just go out there and be us.
The Americans continue to make a splash in the pool, capturing silver and bronze in the women's 100-meter back, silver in the men's 800-meter free.
U.S. gets the silver.
And another silver in the men's 4x200 freestyle relay, to become the first U.S. rugby team to medal since it became an Olympic sport in 2016.
Can't even put it to words, honestly. That took absolutely everything, and I hope you can tell it means absolutely everything to us.
Everything is on the line for swimming megastar Katie Ledecky later today. Heavily favored in the 1500 free, a gold would be her 8th, tying the record for the most golds of any U.S. woman in Olympic history.
In our constant effort to show you a bit behind the scenes, we're going to show you some of the tech that is involved in swimming. Everything's about reducing drag, and these are a real drag on my head. Look, a brand new tech suit, competition tech suit like they wear, and this is what the swimmers will be wearing. $600, takes more than 40 minutes to put on for the first time for these swimmers. It is ultra tight, generally 2 sizes smaller than the suits they wear in practice. And again, they only wear this one time and it goes. Some of the coolest gear, though, also comes from outside the pool. Look at these TYR sneakers with the American flag in the sole. That's the latest from here in Paris. I'm Jay Gray. Now back to you.
I need those shoes. I do not need that swimsuit, though. This is the current look right now. The medal count, the updated medal count. So far, Team USA has won. You can see there 4 gold, 12 silver, and 11 bronze. That's a total of 27 medals overall. And that puts us at the top with the most medals won overall. However, China now has the most gold. They have passed Japan. China now has 8 gold medals for the Games. Well, today is day 2 for the Olympics Dressage Grand Prix, which is being held at the Palace of Versailles. Have you ever wondered, though, how do they get nearly 100 horses from all over the world to the actual competition site? Kira Dixon found out.
Find most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeanette Caillet.
The scenery, the backdrops, the sites where they're having all of these, all the things that are happening there in front of the Eiffel Tower. That one, obviously, I mean, my gosh.
It would be nice to stay in the Palace of Versailles for just one night.
The outside alone is spectacular.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the inside looks like? My goodness, I learned a lot in just a few short minutes. All right, weather-wise, so dry and hot, so that's the pattern we're in, and that's the pattern we'll continue on through this week. There is some heavy Saharan dust that's moving into the region today. That'll last through early tomorrow. Rain chance comes in Sunday, possibly into Monday, but it's very isolated, so most of the time will be dry. Next week, yes, it looks hot. So we had plenty of clouds across the area this morning, and we're continuing to see that cloud cover decrease. Still some clouds hanging on near the border, specifically from Del Rio to Eagle Pass. High pressure, well, that is still in control. That is anchored over northeast Texas. Clockwise flow around high pressure is what's helping to pull in that Saharan dust this far north into Texas. And this area of high pressure is also trapping the heat underneath it, so temperatures warming on up. It's going to be a little hotter today compared to yesterday. That's also helping to keep the storms and the rain well to the north and east. Showers and thunderstorms, as you can see, riding the rim of the heat or around the periphery of that ridge. Another round of storms across the high plains. Still seeing some wet weather across portions of the Midwest. The Northeast seeing some scattered showers. This weather maker will be moving off towards the northwest as we head into the weekend, allowing for a little upper level disturbance to come in, and this is what could bring us some rain as we go into Sunday and perhaps even on Monday. No rain today, mostly sunny, hazy, hot, humid, highs in the upper 90s. Tomorrow morning we'll have some clouds, and then in the afternoon mostly sunny. Hazy tomorrow during the first part of the day, not so much in the afternoon because of the Saharan dust moving away. Friday looking mostly sunny. Well, in the tropics, there's still this larger tropical wave. It's starting to move a little farther to the west. It looks like it's for the most part going to stay to the north of Puerto Rico, but Friday into Saturday could become a tropical depression as it gets closer to the Bahamas. That has a 60% chance of tropical development. That's the development zone in that orange area. Anywhere from Florida to the southeast coast needs to monitor that closely. It's not coming toward Texas. Here's your forecast for the rest of this Wednesday. So we'll have more sunshine by 3 o'clock. Forecast high 97, heat index temperature up to 103. It's going to be pretty toasty heading into the evening. Once the sun goes down, we'll see temperatures dropping into the low 80s. The western zone, hot and windy. That's where wind gusts could get upwards of 30 miles an hour. Hill country and the eastern zone, breezy, mostly sunny, high temperatures in the mid 90s. Heat index around 100 in the hill country, 105 in the eastern zone. Tomorrow, hazy, mostly sunny in the afternoon, 97. Normal high is 97. We're going to crank up the heat a little more heading into the weekend. Could very well hit 100 degrees on Saturday. By Sunday, with that feature nearby, we'll see a few more clouds. Right now, a 30% rain chance. That's what I'm going with for late Sunday. Possibly an isolated shower around on Monday. Western zone, 30% rain chance Sunday. In the hill country, look for a 30% rain chance on Sunday. And in the eastern zone, look for dry weather through the week with just a 20% rain chance on Sunday. And we're talking just a couple showers or an isolated thunderstorm possible. Well, that is a look at your 4-zone weather. We'll be right back.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
We're a family of athletes, and we all experience tightness and soreness in our muscles, and we're always looking for easy, safe solutions. And I love Pain Gone because it's so easy to apply. Look at that. You just peel it off. I'm going to put it on my forearm where I get tightness. Also, I get a lot of tightness in my shoulders, and it fits so comfortably and provides such relief. I also like that it has 3 different settings. There's soft pulses, strong pulses, or a combination of both. And there's also 12 intensity levels. So you find what works for you. And if you want to wear it under your clothing, sometimes I do, it's great because it's not big, it's not bulky, easy to conceal. And this is great for anyone who has aches and pains and sits at their desk all day. It's wireless and it gives you relief with just the touch of a button. You get relief in just 15 minutes, and there's no limit to how often you can use it. These gel pads will last 2 to 3 months, and that's a great value. Now, normally you may have to take over-the-counter medicine, and you would have to wait hours to take another dose. This is the natural pain-free option that you need, and right now we're offering 30% off on Pain Gone. This is an amazing product. It's going to sell out fast. Head to asadeals.com right now for this very, very exclusive offer.
And right now, happening now, you can help raise money for school supplies for thousands of local students and have a chance to win a brand new car in the process. It's all part of our Drive Away for Education raffle. News 4 San Antonio is working with Texas Yes, along with the Ancira Auto Group. The winner will have their choice of one of 5 different vehicles. To enter, scan the QR code on your screen to buy tickets right now. Just a few days left in this raffle. Tickets are 1 for $25, 3 for $50, and 10 for $100. The raffle runs through August 4th.
Pick the Jeep, by the way, if you're on the fence. A fascinating find beneath the surface of the sea has archaeologists wondering what it was like to party in the Vegas of the Roman Empire. So take a look at this. This ornate, colorful marble floor found at the bottom of the Italian Sea that goes back to the 3rd century. That's according to experts. That's gorgeous right there. Divers in the Gulf of Naples found it. Researchers believe this site is where aristocrats and rulers partied, some even calling it the Las Vegas of the Roman Empire. The floor was likely part of the seaside villa and was then engulfed by a volcano before eventually falling into the sea, and that's where it ended up for thousands and thousands of years.
Pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, very.
Everyone learned something today.
Not sure if they have a $25 Coke like they do in the modern day version of Vegas.
Probably not.
Probably not. More Olympics, obviously, on News 4. You can see us or our friends over at 5 o'clock, and always news online at news4sa.com.
Thank you for joining us for this special digital edition of News 4 at noon. We'll be back on air tomorrow morning starting at 4:30. Have a great day.